Today, Senegal played against Congo DR, and it was a very wonderful game in which Congo DR dominated the game. If you look at the whole game, most people would have thought that Senegal would have dominated because Senegal has got a lot of stars and it's a very wonderful team to see. But this game was dominated by Congo because these two teams are very formidable teams. And this is not the first time that these two teams are meeting because they have met quite a number of times, and in most cases it's usually a tough match where Cote d'Ivoire wins or where Senegal wins, and sometimes where Congo DR wins. And today was not different in that even though Senegal was at home, Congo was attacking more and they were the dominant team today. So this is the World Cup qualifiers, and this is the third match of the qualifiers, and it was a tough match. If you look at most of the highlights that we have for today, it shows that Congo was attacking more because that is what was happening in the game. But here we had the advantage for Senegal because Senegal was playing from home, and because of that it was easy for them to dominate in certain cases. But Congo DR, as you can see here, they scored the first goal that was scored in the 10th minute and it was rejected. Again they scored another one which was rejected again, and as you know the game ended in a 1-1 draw. But if you look at the statistics, they will tell you that Congo was the one that did most of the playing in this case. So as you can see here, Senegal had its players, because when it comes to World Cup qualifiers, all teams usually need to have all their players intact. They will need to bring back all their big players to come and help them, because World Cup is the biggest league there is actually in the world. That's World Cup. Therefore, this team is the best team for Senegal, and the team for Congo is the best team for Congo. And they played their might. It was quite an interesting game. I was just always at the edge of my seat while I was watching the game, and I'm sure that it was the same thing for each and everyone here. So Senegal has got the likes of Mane, Sadio Mane, and a huge amount of other players that are playing in Europe. But this is no issue because Congo DR also has the same. I think it's one of the few countries in Southern Africa that have a number of players that are playing in Europe. Actually, one of the players won the FA Cup with Manchester United. So this was the other goal that that Congo DR scored, and it was rejected. And they continue to play either way, whether the goal was rejected or not. They still continue to play. And as we went to the end of the first half, Senegal scored their first goal. Here, this guy wanted the penalty and couldn't get the penalty because the referee was close by a good part, and I don't think the VAR plays a role mostly in these qualifiers. But this is what happened. And now in the last minute of the first half, Senegal had their breakthrough, even though they did not play that much good of a game. So this was the first goal that Senegal scored, and there was too much happiness among the fans because scoring a goal is good. It's just kind of a game. So we entered into the second half, and second half still Congo was pushing, and Congo would have scored more goals in this game. It would have been maybe 3 or 4-1 in the end. But since they were away, Congo was away. Senegal had the home advantage. First of all, they had the fans all supporting, and we only had a few people that came to watch Congo play in this game. So that is why this was the case. But either way, Senegal is going to play Congo again, and this will be at Congo's home. So there things will be different because Congo playing at home will have all the fans at home and they'll have the home advantage. So it's very bad for Senegal to be losing games at their home ground. So at home is where you're supposed to gather the support and win all the games. But this is not the case as it is seeming so far, and things need to change if Senegal have to qualify for World Cup. So Senegal is one of the teams that have qualified quite a number of times to the World Cup, and the last performance that we had for the last World Cup, Senegal did not perform very well because we were expecting actually Senegal to do very well because of the number of players that Senegal has, and the coach, which is Aliou Cisse, very good coach who has led Senegal to very higher heights and still doing the same. So we are hoping for Senegal to have done so much, and yet they did so little, which was very sad. And I don't know if they will qualify this time. We hope that they qualify, but at what expense? Because there are many other teams that want to qualify. There's Congo that wants to qualify, and there are other teams in this group that want to qualify. So it will not be easy for them to qualify the way that they are playing so far. On the other hand, we have many other teams that are playing much better football as it is. So if you look at last AFCON, Congo played very well because Congo was in the same group as Morocco and Zambia and Tanzania, I think. So in that one, they came out second, where Tanzania and third and Zambia fourth. It was very sad for Zambia, but either way, they showed that they were very much capable of doing very good. And so far, we can actually tell even from the way that they played today that Congo is very composed, and whichever team that meets Congo will be in trouble. Because even when they played Morocco in the AFCON, it was a very tight game where I think they came out a draw, 1-1, if not Morocco winning 2-1 somewhere there, but I think it was a draw. So that's what happened. And now, in the last minute, also the 75th minute, around 84th minute, Congo scored their last goal, and that is how it ended into a 1-1 draw. But after this, Congo continued to attack, but this is all we have for today, the highlights for the game. So Congo won, Senegal won. That was the end of the game. So thank you for watching Z Gambit, and I wish you a wonderful day, afternoon, and evening.